Good morning, McKendree. Well, if you're seeing this video, it means I'm already gone. No, seriously. If you hadn't already heard through the grapevine, my family and I are going to be relocating to another city. And although we will miss our church home here in McKendree, it was a great opportunity for our family. So in my last act as lay leader, I wanted to talk to you one more time about a very important topic, and that's our stewardship campaign. Leviticus 27:30 reads, "A tithe of everything from the land, whether grain from the soil, or fruit from the trees, or money from our paychecks, belongs to the Lord. It is holy to the Lord." Carol and I first learned about tithing many years ago in our first Disciple 1 class. And at the time we were very enthusiastic and we really wanted to tithe. But it was a struggle. Although we tried our hardest to tithe 10% of our income, at the time we weren't ready. And we saw the bills come in and we saw how much income we had. And the next thing you know, we had reallocated all of our budget, and our stewardship and our financial giving took a back seat to the rest of our bills and the other things that we wanted to do with our money. I'll have to be honest, it was a struggle. And each time the topic came up, we would express to each other once again that we wanted to tithe, and it was a struggle and it never happened. Every fall, the issue of tithing would come back up again, and Carol and I would express to each other how much we wanted to tithe for our financial giving for the coming year. But we were never able to do it. We would always increase our financial giving from a little bit from the previous year, always continuing to work toward it, but never really reaching that 10% tithe that we so much desired. The turning point came when my income was significantly reduced, and our household income was basically cut in half. And there was no way we were going to be able to continue to meet the financial commitment that we had made from the previous year. Carol and I prayed a lot during this period of time, and it was a struggle. We were really hurt by the fact that we could not give the amount that we had already committed to. But what happened? We started to think about our financial giving less in terms of hitting a number on our giving card and more about our commitment to God. So we finally decided that we would give 10% of our income, no matter what it was, for our financial giving. So when my income went down, our giving went down. When my income went back up, our giving went up. And it became a whole lot easier to tithe at that point because we weren't worried about hitting a particular number. As soon as we receive a paycheck, 10% of that went to our giving the next Sunday. And I want you to know at that point, tithing became so easy. It was never a struggle. We never worried about it anymore. Carol and I knew deep down that this is exactly what we needed to do. 10% of our income, our tithe, automatically went to our financial giving the following Sunday. Now, I don't want to mislead you. I'm not saying that it's not important to fill out a commitment card. In fact, it's probably one of the most important things that we as a congregation are asked to do each year. The ministries of this church cost money to fund. And your staff and your clergy and your lay leaders do an incredible job of being good stewards of all the revenue that the church receives. However, they can't fund and they can't plan for the ministries of the church without an accurate and reliable budget. Now, I mentioned a minute ago that Carol and I are going to be relocating, but I still proudly wear my I Am McKendree pin. And I know that no matter where we go, we will still be a part of this church. I know that God needed me here the past few years, and He challenged me every day to invest all that I could into the ministries of this church. And I know that the financial giving that Carol and I were able to contribute allowed other people to come into this church and experience God's love. And I know that in the future, this church will continue to be a vibrant congregation because of the giving and the efforts of other people like you. Without you, this church will never be all that it can be. You are important. The gifts that each of us bring make this church complete. And that includes your presence here in this service. Have you ever noticed how much more energy there is when we have a packed house? It includes your prayers. Haven't you felt someone else praying for you? It includes your service. Your energies and dedication and commitment to the ministries of this church make them successful. And finally, it includes your financial giving. If you don't currently tithe, continue to work toward it. I promise you that it does get easier. The bills do get paid. The children do stay clothed. And you do get to go out to eat every now and then. But most importantly, God can take the money that you give and He can use it to change the lives of other people. So in my last act as lay leader, I challenge you to complete a commitment card for this coming year. You can't comprehend just how many people will be touched by the financial giving that you can give. But I promise you that you will be blessed by your faithfulness. May God continue to bless you in this coming year.